like to extend a warm welcome and thank you for all supporting the Brumbies by being here today. I know many have travelled very far and I certainly can appreciate you being here. We welcome the Honourable Wendy Lovell, who is our local member for the Northern Victoria region and also the Deputy President of the Legislative Council. As many would know, Wendy has led the Brumbies into Parliament on several occasions and has been an absolute pillar of strength for our cause. She has tabled the e-petition with almost 15,000 signatures, which was an outstanding result. She's also moved a motion to stop the shooting up in the Victorian Alps for the Brumbies as well, which also got a lot of attention. We're also pleased to have with us the Honourable Peter Walsh, who is our Leader of the Nationals and Deputy Leader of the Opposition, Shadow Minister for Agriculture, Aboriginal Affairs and Regional Victoria. Peter has been sending a driving message through to Dan Andrews via his Halt Labor's Brumby Cold petition and continues to tell the Premier to stop ignoring the country communities, which is vitally important. So thank you. We also welcome the Honourable Bev MacArthur for Western District. Bev sits on many committees within Parliament and has over the time held many positions within her party, one being the Vice President of the Victorian Division. Bev doesn't have Brumbies within her division, but this has not stopped her speaking out and up for them at rallies or in Parliament. So thank you, Bev. So I think we can all have a round of applause for these MPs that are putting the Brumbies back in the spotlight in Parliament, which is fantastic. It has not been done before. This rally is being organised by the Barmah Brumby Hay Angels, which is consisting of Kay, Jerry, Bernie and myself, and it is co-hosted by the Brumby Action Group, which is led by animal rights lawyer Marilyn Nusky and myself. Together we've certainly continued on the same path consistently for the Brumbies. We do have an apology from Bernie. She's off doing some training with one of her Barmah Brumbies at the moment. We've got a few other Brumby groups here today. We've got the Victorian Brumby Association, the Australian Brumby Alliance and the Barmah Brumby Preservation Group. What is fantastic about this is that we are all here united together, despite what angles we are coming from, to address the Brumby situation. So I applaud every other group, every other leader of that group that is here today, because we are united together. Thank you. I've just got a few apologies from the Honourable Tim Ball, Honourable Bruce Atkinson and Honourable Tanya Maxwell, all who have written words of support and have a common message that the current policy is based on flawed data and does not justify such a savage intervention by the Andrews government. Yes. Barmah Brumby Hay Angels have asked the various groups to talk of their strategies and to update you on their current status. You will hear from them throughout the rally. But I think we just need to pause for a moment and understand why we're here today. They are planning to shoot 100 Brumbies by the end of June this year. Imagine 100 Brumbies. If you put them nose to tail, it's about 240 metres in length. Our biggest stadium in this country, the MCG, cannot hold in one single line on the MCG Oval, which is only 171 metres in length. So picture that. MCG is not big enough to hold 100 Brumbies nose to tail. That's the enormity of what is going to happen here in Barmah. So it's a pretty visual and very graphic representation. One thing we have discovered under Freedom of Information is that the biggest threat to stopping the shooting of the Brumbies is public protests. And I think this is just the start of it, because we are going to disrupt every motion that they want to do out there in the Barmah. And if that means coming down a boat in the river, getting out into the park, we're not going to let them shoot our Brumbies, are we? No. So we want to send a clear message that we will disrupt and we will halt and we will stop their plans.
Yes, but we will not threaten people.
We will not threaten people either. we've really got to think about these brumbies that are going to be shot and trapped. There's going to be so many family mobs that are going to be separated. The family bonds that are forged ever so tightly, they will be broken up with a spray of bullets. They will come in at night time with thermal imaging and shoot brumbies. How are they going to humanely shoot a brumby at night time and guarantee that that brumby has been shot humanely on the first shot? They can't do that. That brumby is going to run off through the bush and slowly bleed out and die. We don't agree with this broad-scale shooting of our brumbies here or up in the high country. So yes, change can be slow, but it is certainly possible, and the only thing that's stopping us from doing it is having more support. We really need to get the message out there in the wider community, and also hammer the media. Just keep sending through. Get on the talkback shows. It can be done. I've listened to several people, including myself, on playbacks on the podcast. You can navigate your way through to get on radio without mentioning the brumbies, but then bring it into the conversation. So I would like to, before Wendy starts, I would like to invite Padge, who's going to be, and Debbie, the boss. They're going to do a lovely Brumby song for everybody. So you might know some of the words, so sing along if you do. Thank you.
Howdy folks, Padge here from Murray the Horsebales. End of June, lights is gone. Unbelievable. I'm really emotional now about it.
We're with you, Padge.
36 years
Yes.
of operation, no forest and one mistake, Park Victoria and the Yorta Yorta, they kick us out of the forest. I was scared and crushed and absolutely fumed.
Padge, put it closer. Put it closer to your
Oh, well, there we go. Yeah, 36 years coming up into June, flawless with Park Victoria. Put out dozens of campfires, pick up tons of rubbish, boys to tourists, blah, blah, blah. They're kicking us out. Not one reason they won't come and see us at Yorta, they won't front us. We can't get them to come to our place, have a cup of tea and sit in our veranda and have a listen to us and tell them what's real about life. They will not front us, and they absolutely disgust me big time. So between the cockatoos and the cars, I hope you hear the words. A lot of you folks should know some of these words in the song. Simple little chorus. Join in, gang. So a big welcome to Debbie and Padge.
Please join in with the chorus if you get it.
Barmah Brumbies live wild and free. Barmah Brumbies for you and me. Barmah Brumbies live wild and free. Please let them be. Local folk sent off to war to fight for one and more. The well of horses turned out to run, but some of our folk, they never came home. So the Barmah Brumbies live wild and free. Barmah Brumbies for you and me. Barmah Brumbies live wild and free. Please let them be. Horses form part of our heritage, and out in the bush they should rightfully be. We pay respect to our fallen friends and protect those horses until the end. Barmah Brumbies live wild and free. Barmah Brumbies for you and me. Barmah Brumbies live wild and free. Please let them be. Warm your heart and lift your soul. Come see the Brumbies are joyful. In a world full of sadness, they're fine sight to see. Roaming the forest majestically. Go on, guys. Barmah Brumbies live wild and free. Barmah Brumbies for you and me. Barmah Brumbies live wild and free. Please let them be. Let spirits, so fight for the special cause that is making our true was because they're a part of our history. Let's hear it for the Barmah Brumby.
Joining gang.
Barmah Brumbies live loud and free. Barmah Brumbies for you and me. Barmah Brumbies live loud and free. Please let them be. Please let them be.
Bravo!